Good morning, Veritas All-Stars. This is the challenge problem for your assignment in Google Classroom for Friday, May 15th, 2020. So I'm going to read it once through like usual, then I'll go the second time and annotate. It says a fish tank has a length of 9 inches, a width of 7 inches, and a height of 8 inches. Part A, what's the volume of the fish tank? You must include the correct unit of measurement in your answer. And part B says, if the tank is only 3/4 full with water, what's the volume of the water in the tank? Okay, so two parts. What's the volume of the tank? And then if the tank's not totally full, it's 3/4 full with water, what's the volume of the water that's in that tank? So first, I'm just going to kind of draw a fish tank here. It's got to be 3D because we're finding volume, so there's 3 dimensions, length times width times height. They will give you that formula, volume equals length times width times height. On the MCAS, you will get this formula on your sheet. You just have to know to look at the reference sheet for this formula. Okay, so there's 3 dimensions, length times width times height. Okay, so let's see, let's go to the problem. It has a length of 9 inches. So the unit of measurement, I know it talks about units of measurement here, is 9 inches. So length of 9 inches. And then it has a width of 7 inches. So that's how wide it is this way, 7 inches. And it has a height of 8 inches. So going this way is 8 inches. Don't worry about your drawing, but I always recommend drawing a model because it's going to help you to just really think through this problem. Okay, so 9 inches, 7 inches, and 8 inches. So to find the volume, which is part number 1, what's the volume of the fish tank? You must include the correct unit of measurement. So I'm going to make sure I do that. I'm going to kind of underline it like more than usual just to make sure I don't forget that part. Okay? So what's the volume? Length times width times height. 9 times 7 times 8. And remember, with multiplication, you can multiply them in any order that you need to. So I would just choose ones that I know, and I would start with that. So let's see, why don't we do 9 times 7? Those are first here, but you could do 9 times 8 if you want to start with that. It doesn't really matter. 9 times 7 is 63. I know that 10 times 7 is 70. So 9 times 7 would be 7 less than 70, or 70 minus 7, which is 63. So I got that right. 63 times 8 now we have to do, because we had to do 9 times 7, which is 63. Then multiply that times 8. So I'll do my work over here. 63 times 8. 8 times 3 is 24 ones. Then 8 times 60. We just do 6 times 8 is 48. Plus the 2 more we carried makes 50. And since that's 8 times 60, that's 480. Plus 2 more 10s makes 500. So then we end up with the correct place value. So the volume is 504. Now the unit of measurement is important. There were inches times inches times inches. So the unit of measurement is inches cubed, which is to the 3rd power because we did inches times inches times inches. 9 inches times 7 inches times 8 inches. So it ends up being inches, but it inches cubed because it's volume and we have 3 dimensions. So this is really important to have the little 3 there as the exponent. So 504 inches cubed is the answer for the volume. Okay, let me just check it. What's the volume of the fish tank? Good. Must include the unit of measurement. We did that. Give yourself some snaps if you got 504. Nice work. Okay, now part B, a little trickier. If the tank is only 3/4 full, so this tank is not completely full. So this volume is as if the entire thing is full. But this problem is saying that the tank is only 3/4 full with water. What's the volume of the water? So the volume of the tank we found, 504 inches cubed, or cubic inches is another way to say that. If it's 3/4 full, that means this tank, there's 1, 2, if we cut it into fourths, it's only 3/4 full. Okay, we'd also be cutting like this way in fourths too. So it's only filled with water up to this level. Okay, so it's not the same volume as here. It's going to be less than this number. So when we get our answer, since the whole thing was 504 and we only have 3/4 of it full, the water is only going up to there. We got to find out how much that is, and the answer is going to be less than 504 because it's a fraction of 504. So what we're doing here, give myself a little room, we are doing 504. What is 3/4 of 504? What is 3/4? When you see that word of, we're going to be multiplying 3/4 times the 504, which is the volume of the whole thing. So 3/4 of this whole volume will give us the volume of just the water. Okay? So 3/4 times 504. So the way that this works, you can write it 1 as the denominator, because each of these 504, I got that number right, yep, each of those 504 are one big piece. They're all whole numbers, so we can write the denominator, that's the number of pieces in each whole. There's one big piece in each whole, okay? So we can just multiply 3 times 504. I'm gonna make sure I get this right. I'm not gonna try to do it in my head. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1, and 3 times 5 is 15. So 504 times 3 is 1,512. And then we do the denominators. 4 times 1 is 4. And then we have 1,512 fourths, or 1,512. This is a division problem, divided by 4. Okay, so if I had 4 equal groups, and I had 1,512, I'm going to break those into 4 equal groups. We'll see what that is. That's what division's showing us. So if we only have 1,000, I can't put 1,000 into each group because we would need 4,000 to do that. So I can't put any thousands into those equal groups. So now we're going to include that as, since every place value to the left is 10 times bigger, there's 10 hundreds here, plus the 5 more in the hundreds place makes 1,500. So we're just going to look at this as 1,500s now. So if we had 4 equal groups for 1,500s, you can't put 400 in each group because that would be 4, 8, 12, 16. So we're going to only put 300 into each group. So I'll go ahead and put 300 into each group. 3 times 4, that's 1,200. So we still have 300 left, right? But I can't put 1, 2, 3 because then this one would not be an equal group. So we can't put those 300 into these 4 groups. So what we're going to do is include them with the tens. So I'll bring down the tens, 110. Now we have 31 tens, right? Same thing as 300 and 110, 31 tens. So if we had 31 tens and we were breaking those into 4 groups, we can't put 8 into each group because that would be 32 tens. And we only have 31. So it's got to be 7. So we're going to put 7 tens, which is really 70, into each group. So 7 times 4 is 28. And when we subtract, we still had 3 tens left. All right, we put 70, 70, 70, 70, and we still had 3 tens that couldn't go into those groups, again, because you can't put them in those 3 groups because this group wouldn't be equal. And for division, they've got to be equal groups. So last part, we'll bring down the 2, include these 3 tens as 32. We'll include them all as ones now, 32 ones. What number times 4 is 32? It is 8. And it's exactly 32, so there's no remainder. This 1,512 can be evenly broken up into 4 equal groups with 378 in each group, and there is no remainder. So the answer is 378. If the tank is only 3/4 filled with water, the volume of the water in the tank is 378 in its cubic inches again. Same unit of measurement because there's length times width times height, and they're all inches, so inches times inches times inches is inches to the 3rd power. Give yourself some snaps. That was a tough problem. Just check real quickly. That's the full tank. 3/4 of the tank should be smaller than that, which it is, so our answer is reasonable, and that's it. Give yourself some snaps. Nice work, and have a great day.